how to get links for your website. So you've got a website and you want to get visitors there. You're paying for Google AdWords or other pay-per-click advertising campaigns, and maybe you've tried a few more adventurous advertising methods that promise to bring tons of visitors to your site, but either they didn't, or they did and those visitors weren't interested in your site at all and left immediately, never to return. You've made up your mind, you absolutely need to get some search engine traffic. Those people are searching for something, and if they could just find your site, that they would become customers, clients, and your business would thrive. But how? It turns out that most of the search engines out there use some variation on a ranking method, which is pretty difficult to exploit or control in any way. They rank your website based on what all the other websites on the internet are saying about you. More specifically, if a lot of important websites link to you with the words Sydney and Plumber or even Sydney Plumber in the link text, your site will start to appear in search for those keywords. Of course, since these are coming from websites all across the internet that are owned by millions of different people and companies, and you have no ability to post on, it's pretty difficult to trick the system into liking you. That's part of why it's a pretty good system. If you could trick it into liking you, then so could every person with a spammy website who is trying to steal credit card numbers or worse. Don't worry though, there are ways. If you build it, they will come. Or, so the saying goes. In this case, it applies to content. You might think that as a plumber it wouldn't be in your best interest to hand out articles on how to handle your own plumbing problems, but you'd be surprised. If you had a website with some really fantastic instructional articles or even videos on how to handle some basic plumbing problems yourself, post a link to the articles in a few key relevant forums and the visitors who click through might be impressed enough to pass it along. Before you know it, you could have tons of inbound links to your website from all over the web, and if they're all going to your instructional pages, that's fine because you can control that page. All you need to do is link to your homepage or other important pages, and those pages will get ranked pretty well too. Plus, people can click through those links to find out more about your business and potentially become a customer. There are still going to be plenty of people who don't want to do their own plumbing even if they know how, or can't figure it out, or just have a more complicated problem than the ones you cover on the website. The second way to get links on other websites is to put them there yourself, directly or indirectly. Directly, you can go to forums and blogs and become an active poster in these communities and link to your site every so often. You can also pay some bloggers to review your product/service and link to your site. Another option is to create articles, but instead of putting them on your site, give them up for public use in an article directory. You put your links in the bottom and anyone who uses the article on their site is asked to keep the links intact. Most do. The great part is you don't even need to write the articles yourself. At sites like elance.com, you can hire freelance writers to ghost write articles for you, whether you put it on your site or give it away with links back to your site. The number one way to get links for your website at content, and at the end of the day, you don't even need to create the content yourself.